Good morning, good afternoon, folks. Welcome to this week's episode of the Shamir Shah Project. I apologize for this week's episode in advance because what you're about to watch is pretty boring road riding footage. But there's two reasons I've done it. I will explain in the video why I have done this video. My name is Shamir Shah. I'm a landscape photographer, passionate adventurer, mountain biker, and a devoted conservationist. A few years ago, my freedom and independence was nearly taken away from doing what I love by becoming a carer for my special needs son. Since then, I've doubled the stakes of my mission to make nature and the outdoors an inseparable and fundamental part of every family. This has now become my project. Morning. Hiya.
Thank
You
you.
alright?
Good, good.
I squeezed past.
Good.
Thank you.
Are you trying for the Paris Olympics now?
3 years time.
Yes, that's fine.
3 years time. I'm looking forward to it. Big hill. Big hill. Here we go again. Another steep hill. Okay, seems to be recording again. My GoPro has been playing up and it just jammed again when I hit record. Hopefully now it's okay. Let's give it a go. So there's really two main reasons why I have made this video and recorded the ride that I've just been doing. And reason number one, which you know about from me speaking earlier, is because I've had problems with my GoPro. It's a GoPro 9, it's the newest version. I've had it about 5 months. And it has been locking up, or I am getting an error message on the card itself. So the micro card that records all the footage or all the photos, whatever I'm recording, goes onto the micro card, and after a few recordings it gives me an error message. And the only way I can rectify it is by switching it off and starting it up again. But then again, sometimes I have a problem after that. Or switching it off, taking the card out, just cleaning it, blowing on it, wiping it a little bit, and sticking it back in the slot, and then starting the GoPro back up again. And I've had problems after that as well. The last time when I was out riding, mountain biking for a whole weekend out in Kent, I managed to get 0 footage. I rode for 3 days, but got 0 footage simply because each day I had a problem, and the only way that the camera and GoPro tells me to be able to rectify the problem and use that card again is by formatting the card. And as we all know, when you format the card, that's it, it's gone. The footage is gone. There's no real way of retrieving it, although there's some software that says yes, you can retrieve it, but really it doesn't retrieve any footage. So I managed to lose 3 days worth of mountain biking, bike packing footage. So that's the problem. I have not had a problem with the GoPro 4s, which I still have. I wish I'd carried them with me. I have had no problems with them at all, 0 problems. But with the GoPro 9, I've had quite a few issues on multiple different cards, on multiple different trips and days. And hence, I thought I'm going to ride today, do a road ride, and reformat the card and try and record footage and see if I have any problems. And you saw from the earlier footage, the card did lock up on me one time and gave me an error message, but since then it hasn't. So it's given me problem one time today. So far, that's it. The second reason I wanted to come out on this boring road ride, actually it's not boring, it's just the footage is a bit boring because I just want to test the camera and test myself. That's the second reason. I want to test myself, my body, my mind, how I feel. Simply because my son, who some of you do know, he's special needs, has been having problems sleeping. It always happens during the holidays, especially during the summer holidays, and he has been keeping my wife and I and my daughter up all night. And last night was until about 4:30, 5 in the morning. We put him in bed at 9:30, and he was up till 4, 5 in the morning. So that is a big problem for us. And I didn't manage to get any sleep. And hence, I was feeling a bit down this morning, a bit fatigued, and thought I would do something about that. And the only thing I could think of doing was actually going out on a big ride and seeing how I cope with it. So yeah, so I've done about 12 miles I think, and I have another 10 more to do. So biggish ride, about 22, 24 miles it's going to be. But I haven't had any sleep, haven't had much rest, felt very tired this morning. But the only way I felt I could cope with this is actually exerting more pressure on myself by kicking up my adrenaline and get the endorphins flowing again. And maybe that will revive me for the rest of the day. And so I'm halfway through my ride now. I feel good, I feel okay. I still am a bit tired, but I'm better. So two-prong attack for this video. Firstly, to test my GoPro 9 to see how it performs, as I have a few adventures lined up for the summer and I'm going to be going out and recording them. Of course, I'm going to carry my GoPro 4s this time as well, just in case. And secondly, to see how I feel exercising and kicking in those endorphins and adrenaline rush after I've had no sleep last night, and no sleep, to be fair, for the past 2 weeks since the summer holidays have begun. Anyway, so enjoy the rest of this video. Not long to go before I finish. Well, that's it, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this week's episode of the Shamir Shah Project. As mentioned, it's probably not the most exciting video you've seen from me, but hey, I just had to do it for those two tests. One, test the GoPro 9 and put it through its paces to make sure it doesn't jam like it has been the last few weeks, and number two, to get myself up, ready and go after weeks of sleepless nights due to occurrence with my son, who has sleep issues. He is special needs, so can't blame him really, but I gotta keep going mentally, physically, so this was the best thing I could do for myself. But the GoPro has had an error one time today, so I'm going to look into that, but otherwise it's performed perfectly, I hope, until I download the data. So okay, I'll see you guys out and about. Hopefully the next few weeks will be cool flowing for you over the summer. Hope you've had a great week, a great weekend, and I'll look forward to seeing you on the next video. Cheers.